Hello everyone, welcome to the first of two semi-final matches, semi-finals matches that we're going to see today here. We're starting with Hungary versus USA, group winner Hungary versus second place in Group B, USA. With me is the Mr. Wildescars again. Hello, and yeah, what to expect from today? Is Hungary the favorite today, or do you just think Team USA can get the win here today?
Hey, Spooz. Today is definitely gonna be interesting. As you've mentioned, these two teams come from separate groups, so they have yet to face each other. But I mean, they've made it to the semis. They're both forces to be reckoned with, and I mean, we're gonna see them clash. I don't think we necessarily have a favorite, as both teams have shown to pull magic out of their hats.
Yeah, and I think both with a rough start into this year's Nations Cup, but just fought themselves back into the tournament and to this stage of it, both in the semifinals, and the winner of today's match is advancing to the finals, which take place tomorrow, Saturday. And yeah, I can't wait to see whose team it will be. For Hungary here, our three-player team, they don't have a fourth player in their lineup, so it will only be three of them. So props to them that I always find there are three players to fight their matches. It's Azam, Tazam, Casti, and Tree Pippet. Some really well-known names. And on the other side, you have Team USA with Winnie, Corn Guy, and Starry. Even there are some really well-known names here. Like each team in the whole tournament so far has some really stacked lineups, but those teams are here today to fight for the advancement to the finals, and I can't wait to see. We still have a best of 5 here, just in the groups, as in the group stage. Who's ever winning 3 matches here advances, and we are starting just as usual with the pauper format, which means only standard and limited cards are allowed. I already gave the players the message that they can just prepare to be ready, and whenever they are, they can already jump into it. And we are already jumping into the first match here. I mean, before we do so, we can just take a final look here at the standings, what happened so far. As you can see here, Team Hungary won their round in front of Shiner, and USA fighting back there after losing their first match into a second place here with 8 rounds won and 5 lost in a really tough group. When we drew the groups here, it was really just a killer group with Germany, USA, Canada, France, but they advanced. So that, as you said, definitely a force to reckon with here.
No, definitely. And now we're gonna see them clash, see what each team is made out of. The best of the best getting pinned against each other.
And we will start with the match of the team captains. Azam Tazam versus Vinny will be our first match in the pauper format. And yeah, we are already into the first match here. First semi-final match.
Looks like as a Tessam bringing British and 3 fortifications. He's not dying anytime soon. Vinny bringing Soviets. Not quite being able to see their hand yet, but
Second. There it is. Just Soviet France control again. Oh, this can be an interesting one. Both players, I don't know, a lot of orders in the deck. Katyusha obviously no order, but looks like both kind of took the control attempt here to counter that Brit US California deck. But this will be an interesting and a long one, I guess. Both not really with an obvious win condition here, but both with a lot of control tools. Oh wait,
yeah.
This is just the Brit OTK deck that we saw from Baron yesterday, right?
Oh, look, you're right. You know,
He's the similar
first few
10.
cards.
This
And he's
Fury
got
Ambush.
Lancaster to be able to do some more damage too. Now the question is how much healing is Vinny running? Because if it's going to be a control match, as a test, is just going to be able to wait him out. So first, call the colonies to heal here.
Winnie with the Fury Ambush as well. This will definitely be an interesting one here. Both with kind of a
Yes.
similar game plan, but as I'm not able, since in pauper format you can't have commonwealths, kind of needs to win with the armaments, and this big amount of healing here would already cause some trouble for Asm.
Now Vinny, on the other hand, has a few this second regiment here to give mobilize to some of his units, but he doesn't have any units to give him mobilize to. Maybe the one Katusha, but just a lot of these like reaction cards where you're hoping your
And
opponent plays
another
down.
order, oh my god. And Asm is playing barely any units, only the Lancaster in hand here. Vinny kind of forced to play the Katusha here to not overdraw. I mean, you can take one more card. Just playing the Reamer right now.
Just decides to get it down. But yeah, we have this. Oh man, yeah, we're gonna be here a while.
Yeah, the question is Asm having enough burn in the deck to just deal 33 damage here after 2 call to colonies? Question is there more healing in Vinny's deck?
That is true. He's gonna really have to bank on these armaments being in his deck for at least 4 turns to get that 8 damage rather than the 4. There we go. Vinny's starting to place down some units. I wonder, he can't quite play the combo, the monsoon route, but he can play one supply shortage, get it started.
Okay, with triple armaments you have like 24 and the Lancaster deals 9, I guess? Or 7 or 8? Don't remember
Somewhere
exactly,
between,
but
I believe it's 7. Because the other Lancaster, the elite, is 5 damage, but has the effect of increasing cost. Just choosing to pass, not even healing with one of the colonies. Maybe he's really hoping to use those as draws once he has put the armaments in his deck. Right here we're seeing calls to the colonies. Another 8 HP.
38 is a lot.
That's gonna be a lot to get through. And if Antitesum's not having anything else to deal damage to face, it's gonna... he's gonna really struggle to close it out.
Using naval power to get rid of cards in hand here. Not even waiting for later. So it definitely has a plan here. Maybe finding the escort. Oh wait, I forgot. The pincer comes before. So the pin was really needed here to secure themselves the HQ health.
Yeah, so it wasn't just to make room, but he really had to stop because that would have been 12 damage. Ooh, how is he gonna take care of these? They're giving each other mobilize. This is a really tough spot.
I mean, mobilize is deactivate. No, it just came back, right? It's back.
He's gonna have to play another supply shortage to deal 2 damage in 1 turn.
I mean,
And they're not in this turn.
Makes sense because you also kill the Katusha with it now, so it's not the end of the world, but usually you want to play this together with Moonrod. But another really cool counter to supply shortage that we just see here. But not if you have to.
We see a T-34. Vinny finally starting to get some pressure on board. That's a good card.
Really good top deck here.
Katusha's dying this turn. Now, Azatesum, that's a mouthful of a name, is probably going to try to make some room. He really wants to pop this Lend-Lease as soon as possible. Gonna want to look for his armaments. And looks like, yeah, he went with the healing this time around.
Gets card out of hand, and Vinny finding some beefy units here. He's 5/5 tank.
It's also going to be
It's
making some draw.
We just found out. He has 2 of those in the deck.
It is a limited. I wonder if he has a third. Gonna give Vinny here a draw.
And draws himself 4 cards.
Here we go. Delaying tactics. 2 fortifications. Fiery ambush.
Is all this healing for?
Wow.
Like you obviously
he's not going anywhere.
The plan is just to, yeah, you just saw it yesterday. Delay your opponent and then just burn him down. But Vinny's sitting at 38 HP health here. I just see a Lancaster coming down on this tank maybe, but so far I think he needs it on the HQ. So it's basically just a race here.
No, yeah, this is a situation where we have essentially two unmovable walls. Neither side really giving an inch in terms of healing. Both HQs above 30.
And Winnie holding the second T-34 back here to not play into another Monsoon Rod supply shortage combo.
Absolutely
Really
the
makes
right call.
sense, and that's what makes it so annoying to play against Britain. And there.
So here we're gonna see two fiery ambush. First one.
35.
Two. Okay, so this is some sort of T-34 deck. Okay. I thought the T-34s were just for like big units, but no, it seems to be like the primary win condition for Vinny here.
We might see call to colonies for draw now, because Azam's hand is really awkward here. Probably not really the deck they expected.
Like as you mentioned, this look both sides were probably thinking they're trying to counter what the meta's been so far. But you know, now it's a situation where neither side really has a major advantage other than Vinny actually having actual units. See another naval power on this T-34, drawing him a critical hit. And Vinny just kind of sitting on a full hand here full of hammers, fiery ambush, but no units to play him on. Unable to do much. His confusion has been here since like turn 1. At Tessum probably, let's see. He's probably gonna have to start popping these Lancasters. See to land that damage, but they definitely won't stick on the board very long. Choosing to go to Lancaster. There's 7 damage. Down to 28. And currently, Vinny actually not having any more healing in his hand. Question is, does he have any more in his deck? Bloody Sickle. Ooh. Okay. Are we gonna see Defend in Depth?
Ooh, and the third escort group here.
Maybe that's why he's holding off on the drawing. Really wants to make sure they sit in there for a while. Supply shortage, sea patrol. The
Which
lane
was another
tactics.
3 damage, so theoretically, if he finds all 3 armaments and they all deal 3 damage, he's 1 off currently. But still has the Lancaster, which delivers another 7 damage. But it's a scary board to look at here, 13 damage.
And he's gonna have to doesn't seem to have a way of drawing into them at the moment, which on one end it assures they're gonna be in there to deal the full 8 damage. But past that, if you can't draw them in time, then they're kinda useless. The lane tactics just kinda
Oh no, it's a
doing
race.
something.
Really not finding any more units here. His hand is full of orders.
He's gonna have to start playing some of them. Or
What
will
do
he
you
just
play
take the
here?
overdraw?
Don't really. Oh, that's the draw he needs? Or is he going for the healing?
Or just the 7 damage? That will deter. Well, actually, Vinny can just play the.
Yeah, that gives Winnie a chance to get rid of a card here.
Fiery ambush. Second fiery ambush, dealing that 3 damage. Defend in Death.
A little bit too late.
And yeah, these T-34s are gone after this turns. And Vinny, all orders. And orders you're not gonna want on a blank board.
Has to go for draw here. I mean,
Absolutely.
maybe not. Maybe you wait. Because you don't want to draw these armaments that are... Ooh, that's a big one.
That's what you want to see.
The clocked hand from Vinny. That's a 4 damage armament, unfortunately.
Not quite.
But if he finds the
Luck-
other two and they both deal 8 damage, he's still there. That would be 20 damage. His first
That's
match
one.
already.
Sea Patrol. Oh, it's not looking good for Vinny here.
I think he should use this Premier Regiment for trading out units, maybe. Because obviously Vinny is having a handful of removal and he's just giving him the chance to play this now.
Double hammer. And then he gets T60
And now
onto
it's
the
a
board.
race. He's not having too many cards left. Only 2 cards!
2 cards.
50% chance to have lethal next turn. And it doesn't matter if it's 4 damage or 8 damage armaments. Can Vinny
He's not
find
gonna-
healing here?
No, another T60 and a strong card when they're defeated and they can keep spawning T34s but on their own.
And there it is.
Wow. He out damaged him. He had like almost 40 HQ health and still managed to dig his way through all of that. Wow.
What a
game
match
one.
to start with here. Both player with, similar ideas maybe. Vinny playing actually units, while Asmtasm only relying on the Lancasters, but definitely paid out here. Vinny early on just realizing what deck Asmtasm was bringing, but all that healing was not enough, too much burn in that Brit deck, and therefore Hungary with a 1-0 lead. Now we will have Legacy. Casti for Hungary versus Corn Guy, Team USA. All the cards are allowed in this format, other than in Pauper. We will have all cards now. Give the players signal here.
Every single card. It's a lot to choose from.
So we saw a lot of Brit Air in the past there.
It's either Brit Air or Brit Air counter. So I wonder if we're gonna have a similar situation where both sides decide to
Yeah, maybe
counter each other once again.
Something similar that we saw in match number 1 here, where both just try to counter the decks that are usually brought, and then you just find yourself in a situation where you have a handful of removal, but your opponent is not playing any unit. That's really annoying to play against, and we'll see if we have a similar situation here in match number 2. Let me cast the...
There we go. So far, what I've seen, the most effective counter to Brit Air was that Japanese air deck, and we see Brit, but is it Brit Air? You know, I think it's Brit Control with Italy had a lie.
Yeah, you might be correct. We see naval engagement there.
It's a very nice card back from Corn Guy.
Oh,
I've
absolutely.
seen that one.
How do you get that one?
This is my first time seeing it.
We need to
Corn
know.
Guy. Yeah. Let us
I
know.
saw it in a
Corn Guy.
screenshot, but I was wondering back then, where is this from?
So
Tell
we
us,
have Corn
Mr.
Guy, unitless order deck, and we got, again, appears to be some sort of like control deck. BC, 7th Alpini, Isure. That's a lot of guard to get through, but you know, guards are not going to protect from orders that hit the HQ directly. Second gunship mission.
Another match where we will see no units here from one of the players. Pawn Guy with US France burn. But Casti this time in a better position than Vinny was in match number 1. Having some good units here. Corn Guy might come with a battery.
Yeah, immediately.
Ooh, and high altitude found as well here.
Chooses to wait on it though. Goes for the goes for the phony war instead. I guess this gives Casti only one draw, so thinks is the best time to use it. But let's see if it doesn't come back to bite him. As he takes 8 damage to face.
Yeah, and if Cassie just chooses to play another unit here, it's becoming even more annoying. But with high altitude in hand, I think you can be quite comfortable here and just go for the draw first. Because this deck usually also runs some amount of healing, and he knows with Brit control, there's usually not too much immediate pressure here.
Let me see the battery.
Oh,
Landlace, probably best case scenario for Cassie to overdraw. Does
yeah, with
not
a full
need any
hand,
more draw.
absolutely. I'm wondering if this evasive action will ever do something. I think the only unit is the Hellcat.
So far, if Corn Guy's running any of the big bombers for their deployment effects, then there's
I mean,
a
sure,
big
yeah, some
chance.
variants play Avengers or B-17s.
But, I mean... Oh, research. How we don't miss you.
Yeah, and Casti with once again with a lot of control tools in hand here, supply shortage, but only dead cards in hand so far, because there are no targets on Corn Guy's end.
And I wonder if I was about to say, I'm like, I wonder if Cassie's running Mare Nostrum, and there it is. Speak of the devil.
Another card we do not miss.
We do not miss that card. The 2 deaths from above, just wiping the board. Seventh Alpini coming down. That probably will not get to land any hits to actually be able to heal.
Oh, Liberation as well. Another card that we're happy is in reserve pool.
Corn Guy is really taking advantage of this legacy format.
Corn Guy just collected a deck with all the annoying cards that were in the game and made a deck out of it.
I can make this work. We see, not necessarily annoying, but a very strong card in Mobilize. I expect we're going to see the high altitude bombing this turn. 2 very good units to take out here. C4th Highlander. Man, this is a nostalgia match.
More guards.
Defending death. Okay. Decides to hold on to that high altitude. Maybe thinks there's more worthy targets coming down the line. Hurricane. I don't think I've seen this one been played before.
Deals double damage to HQ, right?
If I'm not mistaken.
I don't get the tooltip as a spectator here, unfortunately, but I think this is the text on it.
Now, either Corn Guy's not running any ramp or he hasn't picked up any ramp.
I think usually in this list you don't run ramp. You just have all removal available in the game and put it in a deck and then just, yeah, wait until your opponent runs out of stuff and win with this.
That's true.
Two nukes coming in soon here. Another gunship mission, that's already 14 damage. And the nuke combined with the Fury Ambush is just 3 more additional damage. He's really close in having all the damage available here. The question is there any chance Casti can get a Mare Nostrum on one of his units and attack with it? Maybe
The only target
with a
is
Lancaster?
going to be the HQ. And there are the nukes. Ham project coming into play. Now Cassie really has to be careful about what units they play, because anything that gets placed down that doesn't have more than 6 health is just immediately disappearing.
I would have loved to see the naval engagement and then push to the front line, because this would leave the C4 Highlanders, or give it 7 attack back. Because naval engagement not just destroying units in support and also healing your units in support line.
No, absolutely, and there's not really a good chance that it will ever see any sort of like actual play.
Yeah.
Ooh, getting the 3 damage off the fiery ambush. More draw, more heal. Corn Guy's definitely in an
The Hellcat,
extremely
you can set
comfortable
him to
place.
12. Okay, there comes a guard. But that's from above into Hellcat. Would set him to 12 and then double nukes would be lethal next turn. And
Ooh,
I don't think... I mean, it could be Ultra top decked soon, but...
playing around the Ultra. Pioneer, not what you really need right now.
You want to see, no. With the play around Ultra, he just took himself the chance to set up lethal for next turn, but... Yeah, no need to rush it here.
Doesn't have anything to worry about when Cassie full of just orders that not really impacting the field all that much.
Yeah, also no strong blitz unit other than Lancaster maybe, but you have air defense for that one.
Here we see just plain the dry supply shortage as there's nothing.
Let's just see
That's gonna hit.
Hellcat coming down here and setting up lethal.
I mean, I'd be surprised if we see anything except that.
Or is he playing it super patient here?
But what could he be worried about is the question. Interesting.
That's really interesting. I mean,
Yes.
you want to get the 4 damage from the Hellcat to face anyways, right? You don't want to... You have 33 health. What is going to kill you here?
The only countermeasure he might be scared of is decisive defense, but even then, I just don't feel like that's a huge deal if you do run into it. And now does play it, but
Now he goes for it.
you know, leaves it to be taken out by the plethora of orders in Cassie's hand.
Well, yeah, you might be
and
correct
there's
with
Mosquito.
decisive defense, but I'm wondering if you're not trying to get it through anyways. But yeah. Hungary definitely knowing how to play this deck. And all he needs is an order that deals 4 damage. So another Hellcat. Or more supply shortages. Plays around Ultra one more time.
Checking his hand, seeing if he can draw. Just one credit or one card too much to be able to use his mobilization.
No units for Casti available here. This evasive action is a completely dead card.
Sometimes it can be very strong, but yeah, in this situation, just sit around doing nothing. Is that night bombing?
The
Interesting.
night bombing, yeah. Ooh.
Shelling.
At least an option to get rid of cards in your hand, but the credit denial effect from it is not coming into play on turn 12 here.
Both players very well. One player patient, the other one just doesn't really have options in this situation.
He's forced to be patient, yeah. Just going for more heal. Okay. Oh.
The second naval engagement.
Double naval engagement. What is this deck even?
This is control on steroids. Just nothing. Don't let your opponent have any units.
Yay! We see a unit, a Fiat. Let's go. Let's get it removed from air defense. Or is he playing? I'm wondering. I mean, killing it.
We see the counter strike. Patrol. Setting up both counter strike and air defense. This Fiat's not. Oh no, it doesn't even matter. Wellington.
There's the Wellington. So
Full
let's
cost
see.
Wellington.
Which countermeasure is triggering first here?
I believe it was air defense that he triggered first. I didn't quite catch it. Yep.
I'm not sure if it's order you activated. It feels kind of random, or at least felt kind of random. Didn't play any 2 mount countermeasures at the same time for a while. Another Hurricane here.
I've been told that is in the order that you play them, but as you've mentioned, I've played countermeasure decks and it does feel random at times.
Oh look, it's not dealing double damage to HQ. It's just becoming veteran when it survives combat.
Okay.
That's the text on this fighter, but...
Nothing is sticking for Casti here. I wonder if there's one specific card Corn Guy's looking for. If it's just the extra damage that he needs to completely kill Casti here, or
I mean, I think at this point, Kongai just wants to stall the game as long as possible. He's having a 2-card fatigue disadvantage, but a 25 health HQ advantage here. So I'm pretty sure he's just going to remove stuff after stuff, and then we will see a slow fatigue death here from Casti. There's a Kitty
Fascinating.
Hawk. It's so annoying when you play against this deck. Like, you're so happy when you find a unit, you deploy it, and it's getting instantly removed.
It's just this limbo of rinse and repeat over and over because Corn Guy has had plenty of time to just keep drawing all his removal.
Sincerely, yours not really what you want to find here.
Yeah. He's eventually gonna have to play up. Here it is, the shelling.
Casti still has hope that the evasive action is going to be triggered.
Are we gonna see the gunship
Only
mission?
3 cards left in Corn Guy's deck.
Sexton. Nothing to pin though. Just a standard 3/4 artillery. Sincerely yours.
Casti even going for the draw here. Now they're even on cards. Oh no, he's even having a disadvantage now. Yeah, I mean, I don't see how he's ever winning here. It's not even having Ultra in deck, or it's just the last card.
But wow, even if Casti wasn't against this specific deck, what would have been the win condition? Because we've only seen one Alpini, a few Balloons, like nothing like super damage, just a lot of guards.
Yeah, it feels like a really weird deck.
With the double naval engagement makes me think this was specifically built against air.
Yeah, you might be correct, but I think Germany might be another good ally against air with Sunstrikes and Flammpanzers. But yeah, as you said, I don't see a real win condition in this. You just have a lot of removal tools, and against this burn deck, you have a handful of useless cards. And soon we will see what will be the final card here for Casti and Corn Guy.
I think he played Night Bombing.
Corn Guy is one damage off. Oh no, he's 3 damage off. Never mind.
The last Alpini.
So no Ultra in the deck. And these are the last 2 units.
Corn Guy knows this now. Doesn't have to worry about it.
They're getting eaten by the nukes.
And the last card for Corn Guy being Liberation. More healing. Yeah. Oh, this was a very drawn out match. And here comes the fatigue.
What a match. We started with a really strange match in match number 1, and now we have this here. Another match where one player refused to play units.
Why did the naval engagement not heal? Is it only your units in the support line? So
yeah, only in the support line.
Okay, that's why. I thought it was just all units. Well, here we go. 1-1.
Here we go. Cards. The World War II order game. 1-1. Team USA fighting back here. Keeping themselves in this semi-final. And next up we will have Pure War with Tripipit versus Starry.
Now this is definitely one of the most, in my opinion, luck-based battles, as you've mentioned. Whoever goes first, whoever gets the right top decks. Because it's so easy to snowball in this, especially when you don't have any orders to remove big units, artilleries, just anything that's gonna hinder your progress.
Yeah, it's not completely deciding the match, but it gives you a huge advantage if you have the correct starting hand. Yeah, who's going first in that format? Kinda important to get Lady Luck on your side here.
That's one of my favorite emotes. Lady Luck's not on my side. So we'll see if it applies to either of these players today.
I think this was designed for me, especially. Sometimes it feels like.
Absolutely.
Alright, so pure war format. No orders allowed, but countermeasures are allowed, and we just, yeah, saw our countermeasures play a really important role in this format so far. And
Yeah,
there
we
we
already
already
see
go
one.
here. Match number 3.
Lost Convoy already. One of them. And this looking to be just standard US Catalina.
Oh my god!
PIR, yeah, no. And some sort of Japanese mid-range. Susei for pin. We got some guards. And is that the mount? Yes, the mountain gun and a pretty strong artillery. Type 94 started things off. Ooh, 87th Grenadier. These are the ones I do believe get the +2/+2 from countermeasures being activated, so I wonder if Chipepe is really banking on these countermeasures to play a big role in his plan here.
Pulling it back, since you want to have the grenadiers on board first. But this mountain gun could be really problematic here.
Yeah, Starry, if she can get this down right now.
Good for 3-Pippa that he activates a countermeasure. This will leave the mountain gun as a 1 attack unit here.
And here we see the Lost Convoy. So now 2 operation costs for 1 damage. Really not what you want to see from an artillery.
Absolutely not. So for who's ever wondering why is a 2 credit artillery having 3/2 stats, this cannot go to phase, but it's really good early on if you can easily take out opponents' units. But 2 operation costs is really annoying here.
Absolutely. And now, unfortunately, Tree Pipit just, again, this howitzer is just going to die immediately. Starry having plethora of options to take care of it.
There's the one,
Hoping to get the buff. Not quite on the howitzer.
not what you want to hit here.
Oh, and Paris C, that is on artillery. Such a deadly combo. Not letting anything stick on the board. Now I wonder if Starry's even too worried about this howitzer. I imagine you want to take care of it immediately, but I wonder.
3-Pipit playing a countermeasure deck here, it seems like, and not having countermeasure in hand yet. He had one. Oh, that's another good one. But unfortunately, he could just do it and play the Grenadiers.
If he plays nothing, he can force the AA gun to be the one to be taken out, because, as again, this mountain gun cannot hit
Now it's kind of obvious that he has countermeasure.
Yeah.
But Starry does not know what it is. It could be careless talk. It could be another convoy. Lost convoy. And there he goes with the buff. Not playing the raiding brigade on it.
And now it's a 4/4. Probably, again, sitting on this Parasy and another Type 94, so gonna have double surprise attack to take care of just about anything.
Pulling it back, just deploying the guard here.
There's a careless. More countermeasures. Catalina and move up a unit here.
Catalina is an additional problem here for Starry.
I imagine we're just either Type 94 or Parasy combo. It's not gonna stick on board.
Goshi Kisen is a good find here to hold the Catalina in check, but I expect 3-Pipit getting the draw out of it maybe. Or Starry decides to use the 2 surprise attacks on it, but then there's still the Grenadiers there in the front line, a 6/4, which might get potentially buffed even more if you deploy a unit here, if your opponent has another Lost Convoy. 0 credit countermeasures are really frightening when you have Grenadiers on board.
It takes away just the ability of trying to scout them out, because you can see when your opponent is holding credits, but yeah, 0 credits. Trading. Piracy.
Ooh, Piracy is strong on that one. That's huge problems here for 3 Pipit now.
Yes, it's so important to stop your opponent from drawing, because
It's
there's
really
not
annoying.
a lot of draw options.
Yeah, it's really annoying to just face artilleries in pure war, but facing an artillery that is pincered by second Piracy, that's even more annoying. You can't play anything. You could play Martyr here, just to have something on board.
Just the plethora of removal here in Starry's hand. This 11-4 doesn't matter what stats, if it's getting hit by something pincered by Piracy.
And has the double surprise attack option in hand as well. Looks like he's choosing another line here.
Interesting. Okay, take out Martyr. Trades Piracy into
Now comes the
the
countermeasure.
PIR. But no units. Thunderbolts. This is a pretty big unit, but as we can see, I wonder if Starry's gonna try to use Suicide with these surprise attacks rather than just double surprise attack.
Oh yeah, that's
Probably
a good
what she's
option. That
waiting
gives you
on.
more removal options later, right? That's a really good point here. You can just pin it and then kill it with that one surprise attack and hold the other one for another pinned unit. Exactly what we might see here.
0 attack bomber. But Tree Pipit just completely stuffed out. No cards in hand. Thunderbolt, another attempt at getting some draw going, but not in the fastest way. California. And another Type 94. That is frustrating for Tree Pipit.
Oh, Kokura's sword is also a really good tech here because it just gives you infinite units. You're not at this point yet. Not just infinite unit potential, also infinite cards in Starry's hand here compared to 3 Pipits. Only left with the Thunderbolt and a really scary board to stare down here. The Goshi Kisen and this P40 is not really what you need. I think this is game.
P40 not gonna solve anything. Starts to the point where it doesn't matter how much the cards cost to operate. Oh, poor Tree Pipit. Sometimes sad, you know, just kind of forced to try your hardest, but there's not really a way out. Choosing to take out the Suicide despite having no attack. Yep. The free trades are starting. This mountain gun, again, just having one attack, it's just sticking around here.
Yeah, it's pretty good against California, because it doesn't really matter if it has 3 attack or 1. It's dealing 1 damage anyway, so it's kind of okay to have it on board here. It just helps you get rid of this. And there are all the countermeasures now for 3 Pipit. And
yeah, way too late for this enemy spotted.
This point, it does not really help, and that means oh no. A Team USA turned the game around.
Look at that.
In
so
the
now
lead now?
USA up 2-1.
And only
We get
one
to see
win away
Singleton.
now from advancing to the finals. And next up, we will have Singleton. Only 1 copy of each card is allowed in the deck. And we will have Casty versus Corn Guy again.
Ooh, the rematch. Different format though, so a lot can go different. We see a lot of elites, a lot of just strong deployment effects, just trying to get the most bang for your buck out of these cards since you can only have 1 copy.
Yeah, we saw a lot of Germany in this, because Germany usually has some, strong elites that can turn a game around, even if you are behind on board, like FW or the Leopold. So I'm excited to see if we just see similar stuff again, or if player just, switch up stuff here. Already in it.
We in it? Ooh.
Could be the deciding match. Can Hungary fight back here, or will USA advance to the finals? A pretty okay starting hand here for Casti.
Good
Is
eye.
this fast Heinz Singleton? Alright, let's see how this goes.
You
Oh
usually
wait, I
want
need to give a corn
yes,
guy
corn
here.
guys. We know Soviet so far. Let's
I expect
drum roll. What
some
we got?
Bryansk here in hand. Oh, Heroes of Soviet Union.
ISU. Yak. Pelikov.
Oh, I see the autocannon in hand. This could be a big problem here for corn guy.
Really slow hand from corn guy here.
Cossacks
what
are
you
quite
want.
nice, but they're easily getting taken out by the autocannon. Oh, not going for autocannon. Okay.
Goes for drop Bismarck. So that's a card I haven't seen in a while. Mobile defense. Looking to be the play here from corn guy. Thinking about it. Yep, decides to go with it. It does trade very nicely with these units. And there's the fast Heinz. And with Greif in hand. This is what you want to see when you're playing fast Heinz. You want to find these essential cards as soon as possible. It can be a little hard when they're elite, so they're only one copy regardless of format. I wonder if we're going to see the buff here so they can withstand these T40s from mobile defense. I don't remember the exact.
Is it T60, T70, T70?
T70.
Yeah, I mean, I think kind of forced to do it here, right? You don't want to lose your both of your tanks on board here. Especially since you don't have a good backup. I mean, you could go Greif, push both to the front, and then play it.
Fast Heinz. One joint.
Keeping one of them alive. Or
Just
keeping one of them at full
trading.
health. Really scary board here. Cossacks can take out one of them. Road to Berlin. Alright. Wondering how he's ever touching Casti's HQ here.
Your deed is immoral. Units.
Oh my
Answer
god.
3E. Ugh,
That is
just
huge.
tank after tank coming out. 6 damage. And can move it up to the front line.
Let's see armored train next turn, but there's a pursuit in Casti's hand, and I think this might be game. What
That's
a
10
fast one here.
damage. Pursuit. All units, doesn't matter unit type. Good game, my friend. Wow. Fast Heinz being, living up to the name. There it is. Lady Luck is not on my side. And tying it up, we're going to a game 5. When was the last time we had a game 5?
Yeah, it's been a while, but we're here today. A hard-fought semi-final number 1 here. We have a 2-2, and it will be up to the team captains again.
Standard format, what you're used to seeing.
It
Regular
is
old cards.
Tesm versus Winnie. Oh, I would be so excited if I would be a player here. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, be a lot of excitement, a lot of
So much
anxiety, anticipation.
pressure here, and it's even standard format, so you cannot really blame it on, oh, I did not practice this special format. No, it's just a ladder format, so Players should be used to it. Ooh, okay, the decider here, match number 5.
Here we go.
Who's advancing to the finals? The Team Hungary or Team USA? We will find out in a few minutes.
Now, the loser of this will still play in one more match tomorrow, correct? For the 3rd place?
Exactly. So there's still something on the line here, because rank 3 team will receive diamonds, and the 4th place team will only receive gold and I think some packs. So definitely something to fight for here, because with these diamonds you can buy you some cool card packs or some table props. Definitely worth the effort here.
Definitely gonna wanna get them. I mean, yeah, gold. You can craft gold cards now, but definitely diamonds are way more useful, especially for, I assume most of these players have full collections, so
Yeah, they don't care too much about the gold. I mean, as you said, you can craft gold cards with gold now, but better to have these diamonds and buy you some cool card packs, or I don't know, a cool hat for your table.
absolutely.
So
I mean, I
there's
love my cosmetics. I try to get as many as I can. Here, just waiting on the players.
a lot on the line here. First place will be 750 diamonds plus one card pack of your choice. So definitely a big prize pool here. So thanks again for 1939 for making this possible. It's just so much that they put into this.
No, it's rare nowadays to see developers supporting their game so much, but in 1939, nothing but love.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. It's not Tesm playing for Hungary. It is Tree Pipit.
Oh, tree pit. Oh, okay. Okay. So tree pipit gang back in there. But Vinny still, yeah.
Yeah, it's still winning for
Alright.
Team US, but not Asm for.
Okay.
I'm only one match
Ooh,
today. Tree Pipit here. Oh, then oh wait, then I'm spectating the wrong player and I can't cancel. Oh, I hope they're not in the match already. Why can you not cancel spectator mode? Come on, game.
Still, spectator mode, bit of a work in progress. Now, Tree Pipit has been known to bring very interesting decks, so in this, just standard format, I wonder if we're gonna see just typical meta decks, or if Tree Pipit's gonna try to spice things up a bit. But, the question is how much you want to spice it up when, it's game 5, the decider.
See?
Let's see.
Game here. No, they're not in match yet. Okay, I confused them so much that I refused to get into the match. Nice. Good work.
Good.
At least we have a little bit of tension here for the final match.
Really making the audience wait.
Brought to you by Spooz stupidness. Welcome. Alright. See?
Alright.
What I didn't confuse here. Alright, and here we go. Match number 5 has started.
There we go.
For Tree Pipit
Then we have
and for Vinny.
Japanese mirror match here. Now, question is it Jagro or not looking like it on Tree Pipit's side? We see this new Maichi.
And Italy, what is it? Air control?
Air control? All the aggro control.
What is this from Vinny? Is it the pin? Wait, this reminds me of that one game where we just saw a board full of recons. Scouting party after scouting party, and then
just
the player lost.
Recons. That was a quite quick one. But doesn't look like neither side is necessarily running Jagro. Yeah, maybe Vinny is. Nope, never mind. See, legions. So
It's
Japan,
legions,
Poland,
dude.
legions. Wow. That's not what I expected, but hey, you know, here we are in a game 5, so expect the unexpected.
It looks like he's having kind of a burst of fire deck here with the shit in and the burst of fire in hand. So definitely a deck full of fire. We just saw Goshi Kisen earlier. Here, there's a good way to stop the Karash.
Now this is gonna be crucial timing when Tripipit decides to play this naval engagement, because you know, wiping out that entire support line is very strong. But Vinny already strong presence with.
So Tripipit has the air superiority in hand here to get rid of weather. Oh, he found the second
Two
one.
of them.
Now he's
And
able
can
to get rid of
trade
the
up.
legions and get rid of the Karash. That was the best top deck ever, I guess.
Could have not asked for better top deck in this situation.
Oh my god, that was so important.
Brutal.
That was
Can't-
absolutely brutal.
Can't win as legions without your legions. Now we're seeing both types of recons on the board. Both the 33rd and the 56 variety. The last man.
A lot of removal here. Naval engagement and to the last man. The guard here. Starting to ship away face. And he plays a 24s maybe to get them out of the deck. Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
just
he want to
cycle
draw
through
your
'em.
important stuff?
Get rid of them. You do not want to draw 24th cavalry.
Absolutely not, yeah. Not from top of your deck, yeah. Only with the ability.
Here we see the second plan.
Go up to 3 health, out of range of removal with the Fiat. 7 Alpini is good here. But Vinny has that 3 credit order that pins a unit or units under fire, it is. Yeah, and then with surprise attack, able to get rid of that guard.
And now, Tripipit under a lot of pressure. There's a lot on the board. Look, as you mentioned, a lot of removal, but you know, it's very expensive removal that unfortunately Tripipit just does not have the credits quite yet for it. Shenano.
No.
That's gonna give Vinny a lot of draw though.
7 damage right now. Double
Choosing to trade
24s,
out.
able to take out the legions one more time here. We need not with too much stuff left in hand here. Definitely needs to find a Tano regiment to get the Draught engine in.
No, absolutely, because both sides sitting on Sheedens for that burst of damage, but
He is a good
still
find
far
here.
away. Key 83 and the Uprising. That should be 4 or 5 damage Uprising at the moment.
1 credit off the naval engagement here.
So it would have been deadly, even denying the draw too. Tree
I
Pip,
just see
no
double guard
secrets.
here.
His whole hand currently under.
Yeah,
Can we
only 1
see?
card unknown, the naval engagement. The rest of the cards unknown so far. Not too good draws here for Vinny. Dinar definitely good start, but it will only draw you 1 drops. I think at this stage in the game you want to have your big boys like the Tano.
Unless they're type 94s, then you're happy to see them at any stage of the game.
Yeah, sure, yeah. Vinny is able to take out the Bologna and the guard. The question is he going for it or... I don't want to do uprising here. How many? 4 legions died, right? And the Kara, so it would be 5 damage right now.
Yes.
But but you're also killing your own stuff with it, so this is definitely not the time where you want to play it. Enable engagement now. He could also go Shinano, but it would be risky and gives your opponent a lot to draw. Like it's Shinano time.
Ooh.
It's very risky to not hit the E twice here.
And Cheapip is going to start overdrawing if this key remains. Trying to make room in his hand. I wonder if we're going to see the Fiat as well. But that gives...
Yeah,
he's thinking about
he's
it.
overdrawing anyways. If these guards die, he's just drawing 2 more cards. A little bit of the downside of the 61st sometimes. Can't really empty your hand because they're just giving you additional draws. So he's just ignoring the key. Interesting.
Now... Empire?
Oh,
Not what you
Empire.
want to see right now? Toyama.
Toyama Regiment, that is
Toyama does not have Blitz, right? It's just the 4-2 with
It's just-
Fury.
It's ambush, yeah.
Ambush, that's what. And here's long range recon.
Huge amount of healing here.
That's gonna make it really hard for Tree Pipit to get this. Maybe not OTK, but you know, just be able to kill it. Kill
The
Vinny.
Uprising, giving 3 Pipited 3 card overdraw. And gives both players a free board here to start from scratch.
Now, because perhaps the bombing raid and gives these recons really good chances to trade. Are we gonna see? Is that the Uprising? Went for the Uprising.
Comes the 3 card overdraw.
Let's see what we hear.
Yoshiki-san,
Chicken.
Aichi,
Aichi.
and what is he drawing
One
on
more.
top now? Audacity.
Audacity.
Oh,
All
some
quite
really
strong
important card
cards.
gone here.
Aichi, very. What's the Goshikinsen? Wow, no, that was a lot. Ambush guard. Tree Pipit's kind of running out of options right now. His hand is starting to just get full of pure removal and not a lot of real threats that Vinny has to worry about. Now Vinny also drawing his own to the last man, so.
I mean, he still has Maki in the deck, right? The Blitz Fighter from Italy and Burst of Fire in hand as well. So there is definitely some damage burst potential here for 3 Pipit. He also has the Shiden, which is another 8 damage. So there's definitely enough damage in the deck, I guess. The question is, can Vinny find the guards to protect against that?
Let them live long enough to deal set damage.
Still has the 2 last man in hand as well. Both players. So this will be still some time to go here until we have a decision.
No, yeah, both players I think
Vinny-
are about like half. Yep.
17 and 15 cards left. So definitely the finals we were looking for here. The final match at least. Both players need to put a lot of thought process into this.
And Vinny opting for just swarming the board here.
It's a really good spot for Shinano here. A lot of 1 HP units.
Finally, maybe, yeah. Maybe that's why Vinny held back this last 56th recon. And there we go. Finally, Tree Pipit able to get some damage on board. And again,
Not just
unfortunately,
damage. At this point, healing is also kind of important. Because, yeah, as we see, Vinny has the kicker in hand. Has the Shiden in hand. Just...
does he wanna?
That's the
prevent
question. Do you
healing?
go face here or better take out the Aichi?
And then goes face. Hence the Fiat.
Oh my god, and what an important top deck.
Life saving.
Still has to face the kicker next turn.
That's gonna be another 6-7 damage.
Pretty awkward
6.
curve here. I mean, you can do this and then maybe go Shiden. But other than the line forward A, there's not really that great of a play here.
Wow. And Tripepe, his own strat technically being used against him here.
Yeah, kind of. With a better end for Vinny so far. Having 3 down to 9 HP health. And
Hard
finally a Tano Regiment. Oh no, he has one more intel card with the 56. And the Orb Bushavicha.
I cannot pronounce that.
I just tried.
I just say Orb and oh my goodness, look at this healing from Vinny. Finally.
Oh,
Naval engagement?
huge naval engagement here. Vinny's so happy that he finally found the Tano, just to see it disappear. Burn after you found it.
Going for the healing rather than the 1 extra damage.
Underground state.
Not really 2 big units that you'd want to push back. Maybe the bomber, but you know. Yep, here we go. Geeka coming in. Just oh, but this time opting to trade rather than face. Giving Troop a chance to remove it. Or Sunday it.
Always risky to Sendai a blitz unit. Because when your opponent kills the Sendai, you can instantly attack with the unit once it comes back to the board. But how is he responding to that in a different way? He can go Empire Strikes, but that will give him 6 card draw. Really what you want to have with an almost full hand and only 11 cards left in the deck.
You do not want to be behind in this fatigue war at this stage in the game. Definitely some choices to make. You do not want to play naval engagement on a single unit. And looks like it has to be Sunday.
For the Sendai here. The good thing is to the last man would not make it possible that Winnie is also attacking with the kicker since it has 3 operation cost. So it has to be other removal to get rid of the Sendai, which is not in hand yet. But we definitely might see to the last man now with this huge of a board here and the kicker hidden behind Sendai.
Yeah, no hesitation there. Yeah, that operation cost making a huge difference. Now Vinny's sitting on the 2nd turn off, so more healing, more draw.
Yeah, but this Tano can backfire, right? Vinny only with 9 cards left in hand. And yeah, you don't want to draw too much at this stage. Pivot once again in a situation where he's not really having good options to get rid of the kicker. He needs a naval engagement for the 2nd Tano regiment. Attack in the colonies is only dealing 2 damage. Maybe it has to be naval engagement. You still have to the last man as your last resort then.
Pretty sure at this point in the game, Tripep's probably going to try to save the last man to like the very end game. And that is an expensive Empire of the Sun.
Also playing for glory, he needed that way earlier. Air superiority is fine, raiding brigade is fine.
Not the
okayish overdraws here.
But still 1 more overdraw. We'll see what it is.
Still Maki in the deck, so there's a 1 in 4 chance to overdraw it next turn.
And this is the point of the game where you need it. Absolutely
That's
crucial.
Really useless top deck here for Vinny. This card is giving you legions equal to the amount of units in the front line. Is it opponent units? I think so, right? You don't
It
get...
is opponent's units.
Yeah. Osaka regiment would be good here.
So, Maichi still in the deck. He has managed to avoid this battle up until now.
Might see bombing rate plus 7 Alpini.
Now Vinny gonna really have to bank on these legions because both Kika and Shiden are out of the question. So no more like burst face damage anymore.
I think so far there's a slight advantage for Vinny. Pipit only having 3 cards in hand, but we know that there's a Maki, which would be another 14 damage here. This combined with the Shiden is exactly 22 damage. Vinny has long range recon in hand, so can heal himself up a little bit. But Call to Colonies can also just hit face damage, so this will be a really close battle here.
Both sides. Yeah.
Vinny passing, and there's the Maki.
My team. Now
Going
Street
for it.
Pipit running both of them. Just
Should
this
go
one.
Shiden first, right? Hold this one secret. Your opponent spent the removal on the Shiden and then go in with the Maki.
That would definitely have to be
What is the
call,
text
but
on this? Is this always having Blitz?
yes. I'm trying to remember what its special attribute is. I think this is my second time seeing this card.
Yeah, let's find out. And there comes the Shiden.
Vinny, I assume, is just gonna play for glory and start setting up these last wave of legions.
Oh
Play
wait, this
West.
Maki is not even in the cards collection here on the website. Nice, thank you.
Okay,
Just to
so
wait until it
opting to not go for Tarnov, probably, trying to maintain this advantage in
second
the draw
Maki.
game.
Is he
There.
also having second burst of fire? That would be huge here. And also, do you go naval engagement here? You did not see the other Tano regiment. Oh, that's really a tough choice here. I think you kind of go for it. Push up the 7th Apini. And force Winnie to, yeah, just go a little bit wider. And then you can maybe kill everything with To the Last Man here.
There's not really any more threats to face. It has to be through these legions. Again, both big airplanes, Keek and Shiden, out of the question. So I'm not entirely sure what Tree Pip is like trying to guard.
What is this first semi-finals match here? Holy shit! Down to the last
to the
card
last.
here. Tree Pipit out of cards soon.
And we see
Goes.
Shiden.
For the removal.
Or not Shiden, Sendai? Yep.
Don't wonder if guards on board.
Holding on to this
Finds
naval
another
engagement.
uprising here.
Both sides just not giving an inch. Still, again, we still see this to the last man. We see naval engagement on Tree Pipit's side. Really wants to pop him when there's a good amount of legions, because they also have guards, so he will not be able to go face.
Also big advantage here for Winnie, knowing almost the whole hand here from Tree Pipit. Not knowing that there are 2 Makis in hand, but Winnie knows he should not go too wide here into naval engagement and To the Last Man. But he also needs to do something. Might just see the uprising here, but that just leaves you open to not having answers to stuff like Goshikisen or even those Makis. Sure, you have 1 underground state, but that's just delaying your problem, not really solving it.
And yeah, we're gonna see uprising. How much damage is that? 9.
9 damage.
And the last card is an Alpini. Now it's down to fatigue for Tree Pipit. Vinny having 8 cards. I lost calculations after the
9
key
cards
9.
in hand, so he's definitely
4 of
winning the
them
fatigue
being-
race here. Has 2 damage, 2 air units. Okay, and it's only 5 attack. I thought it had 6.
So
Has to come down here. Forcing Winnie to spend removal on it, but so far he can only
These are
bounce
your
it. But this
win
is a blitz
conditions.
fighter. It's not really doing a lot
first
here.
of the kamikazes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, 4 of these are kamikazes.
4 of these are kamikazes.
Second one. Raiding, not doing anything at this moment, or ever in this match. All Tree Pipit has left are these high attack units.
I'd see
Oh, wow.
Tarno and then one of these. I think it's long range maybe, or underground state, exactly, just to give you an additional guard. But it's also drawing you cards, not really what you want to do. And Opus
And now-
Shavicha I think is kind of useless, right? Isn't this giving you a copy of your opponent's card of your opponent's deck.
Or there's one that does your deck, and the other one, yeah, known card in hand, and I do not remember if this is.
I think it's also
One or
just
the
healing
other.
you for the amount that it's just costing. Can't remember exactly.
But now Vinny, both Tarnov's down. I don't know if he has any other ways to produce legions and Tree Pippin can start slamming face. Look at this. Has a bit of healing, but oh, this
That's
is
already 2 damage, right? Maki sets him to 16.
Is he gonna rush with the Makis or try to heal with the 7th Alpinis? Or the singular 7th Alpini, I should say.
He might be forced to play 7 Alpine to get the healing in. Because Maki is only 5 damage, that sets him to 16. And yeah, maybe next turn. Wait, next turn, if he goes now, he goes to 16. Next turn, he goes to 11. Okay, this would be enough damage when this one Maki survives, but Tree Pippin knows that there's another surprise attack in hand. So this one Maki might get pinned.
Opting to go for the heal and just gonna drop one Maki. And this fatigue damage is gonna start adding up. Especially, oh, you do not. These kamikazes are gonna.
This battle, what is this? What a
USA or Hungary. What do we have? Oh, and the last rides. And he's running last rides.
So he's definitely winning the fatigue race here, but can he just deal with the Makis before Tree Pippin? Tree Pippin has 2 more turns, right?
Yes.
He's receiving 3 now and 4 the turn after. So he has this turn and the next turn. And Winnie has another surprise.
Pin the Alpini.
Oh wait, he can heal with the Alpini.
Yes, did not pin the Alpini or the Maki. Ooh. That's gonna deal 1 damage to everything. Start going face. And now Tree Pippin
needs to go
running
in here.
Yeah, only running 1 burst of fire, right? This because I didn't see one get overdrawn.
Yeah, he only runs 1 copy. And it's not enough next turn.
The face, and the last card is Imperial Degree. There's the 8 more cards.
This 7th opinion might just save Tree Pippin here.
Now, 4 damage.
4 damage.
This is
There's
over
1 more
for
turn.
Tree Pippin. Because these kamikazes are going to finish him.
Oh wait, he cannot move. Wait, what?
Yep, it's over. Not enough face damage, and these kamikazes are going to
Oh, there are only kamikazes in the deck, right?
Yeah.
And that means we have team... Why am I always doing this wrong today? We have Team USA in the finals tomorrow. What a clash of both teams here. Both really giving everything to advance to the finals tomorrow. And Team USA at the winning end here today. And Team Hungary finds himself in the bronze match today. Congrats to both teams for getting to this stage, and especially for Team USA for advancing to the finals. But now we will have a second match, and this first match was just all over the place. Holy moly, this was more than I ever expected. So I'm definitely hyped for the second one here. Please, what?
No, I was just saying both sides showing why they made it this far.
Absolutely,
they
both with really creative decks and really strong plays. We will do a short break, and then we will see each other for the match Germany versus China. And if this is just half as good as this was, you should definitely be waiting and be excited for it. So see you in a few minutes, guys, and then we will have the second semifinal and see who's the opponent for Team USA in the finals tomorrow. See you in a minute. Welcome back, guys, to the second semifinals of today. We just had a banger match and the previous one here where USA won 3-2 over Team Hungary in a really close 5 match series. I'm still here with Mr. Builder Scars, who just did an awesome job in the first semifinals, and I'm pretty sure together we're doing a great job in this one. Germany against China. Germany still undefeated in this year's Nations Cup, up against Team China, who had a really close, it was really close that they advanced to the semifinals, but they're here today. What do you expect from both teams here?
I guess similar to last one, both teams that haven't seen each other quite yet, about to prove why they've been here, why they made it this far, and yeah, I mean, China has always just been seen as a nation with very strong, prominent players. Always seeing them place high or even win the OCCs and previously the Cards Open. So I imagine they're gonna be a very strong force. Germany undefeated up until this point, and yeah, so yeah, I expect neither side's gonna give an inch.
Absolutely, I think both teams are well prepared. We know that the Chinese community is always very good in just sharing ideas and just creating crazy new decks and bringing cards into the meta that are not seen by a lot of players. So I'm definitely interested to see how well they are prepared today, and if Germany can just continue with their winning streak. I'm just requesting Airball to send me a screen share, and then we can already jump into the first match, what will be, just as usual, pauper format, only standard and limited cards allowed. Today, no Wild Eyes in the lineup for Germany. We see Airball here, Baron von Glover and Terror, and on China's side, we will have Azzy and Gorg joining the event here. First match for Gorg. Interested to see, even an OCC is bringing really creative decks, so I'm excited to see what they bring today here. And then we have Spoker for Team China. So, and the first match, pauper, will be Airball versus Azzy. And okay, I have the link.
Oh, they got it.
I think whenever they want, they can jump into the first match and give the players the go.
Perfect. They're working it. Good old Pauper. Such an interesting format, really. Just removing the power of these such strong specials and elites, you know, forcing to get creative and get as much value from these lower rarity cards.
You see a lot of new players complaining that elites are too strong, but like standard and limited cards are like the base of your deck, right? You can't have a good deck without them. The deck full of specials and elite, as we proved several times, is not good. But yeah, spiced up with some of those elites definitely can improve a deck, but standard and limited, this is the base of cards, and you can see some really cool decks here that are also pretty strong. And if you're not knowing that it's pauper format, you could easily just think that this is standard. And speaking about standard,
here we
match number 1 here in this second semi-final for today. Let me adjust the flag sizes here. And then
ooh, self-damage.
Really interesting deck here.
With British ally to sustain yourself.
See what Airball is bringing to the table here.
Both sides Soviets.
Oh my god, what is this? I mean, 34 scars, but no self-damage yet. Self-healing. But this is not reducing the cost of the 34s.
Interesting. More healing than self-damage at the moment. Counter-offensive, so starting to get these combo tools, but you need to start getting your Red Dawns, your Bloody Sickles. You know, you start packing a little bit of damage on yourself here. And Airball running what looks to be Artie with, well, yeah. I mean, we see the Sis, 2 Katyushas, this anti-tank gun.
Stiff upper lip.
Able to get the additional draw. There's the sickle.
Yeah, but the ambush from the artillery really hurting here.
And looking to draw. 456th.
It's the first self damage in here. Ooh, one of first is always huge on artilleries. The question is, do you place on this anti-tank gun here, or do you wait for later for the Katyusha? You wait, you just kill the guard and attack face with Katyusha maybe?
Absolutely, I think it's a bit too soon for that. Just might be too many answers for it at the moment. Probably what Rebel is thinking. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen this variety of Soviet self-damage where it has a lot of removal and a lot of healing. You know, a lot of times we see lines where it's just
Yeah,
pure
interesting.
self-damage.
Interesting techie with the Monsoon Rod, because with Monsoon Rod, Winter Warfare, you have a 7-credit board clear here. And you can also benefit from the self-damage from Winter Warfare part. Good as you to bring your 34s down to 3 cores. But still a little bit too expensive to flood the board here and bring Airball in any trouble.
Definitely too soon to say who has the advantage here. Both sides have a lot of power in their hands, but not quite on the board yet. And here we start seeing the growth of this Katyusha. Gonna take out this 456, not letting it grow any.
Oh my god. We bring them
Sickle.
down to 1 now.
Take out this anti-air gun or anti-tank gun.
This Katyusha is starting to become a problem here for Azzy.
So now the power to reduce them to 0 is on the table with the second SU being drawn here.
Oh, and the Brian's to guard the
that's a
Katyusha
lot.
additionally.
Are we gonna see another Hummel, but in form of Katyusha?
Azzy definitely needs the Winter Warfare here to clear the board. Maybe even another sickle could help to get at least rid of the pincer effect. We definitely see attack of Katyusha into the SU.
Does it get the second proc? Is the question. Sickle? Oh wait, never mind, I forgot. It still has that +1/+1. Oh, and here we go, stand together.
Another stand together.
And actually, the KV2 is immune to artillery, is it not?
Yeah, it can be attacked with artillery.
That is gonna be a huge factor in this artillery deck.
Can play the stand together already and attack.
Ozzy probably does know this is gonna wanna play. Usually you wanna move it up, attack, and then destroy it, but yeah, it's just way too strong of a benefit. Being completely immune to artillery.
Instant hammer here. What a top deck by Airball. Instantly taking out the KV2.
Immune to artillery, but not to orders.
There's another potentially coming next turn. So Airball might feel comfortable here, but the situation is really crucial.
It's a matter of how he's able to take care of these KV2s.
Yeah, I mean, he has to. Yeah, all of his base units, right, have almost no attack. I mean, Brian's maybe the best option because this just deals plain 3 damage and ignoring the heavy armor effect. But other than that, this might be problematic when you have a deck full of artilleries, but they can't attack those KV2s.
And here we go. I think we're gonna see the second KV2 come down. Will Herbal summon another hammer from the top deck?
Yeah, but the Brigands are really annoying here for Azzy. As I said, this is just dealing 3 damage. To the KV2 here.
What? What is this hovering?
Yeah, this usually looks like a bug in spectator mode. Sometimes even if players pass the turn, you can still see the arrow go around.
Gonna start having to get through these wave of.
So this will not deal damage back, but will give Airball a T-34 here. And looks like, yeah, Team China just tried to find a counter to the artillery deck, and so far they're doing okay. Having another 34s in hand here, which I expect to come down. Not going to attack with it.
Just
Leaves it up to Airball to spend the credits here.
that's wise, cause you know KV very costly unit. That's why we don't see it played regularly.
Oh my god! Wow!
Might be this SU's going to be taken out by Katyusha, but how is Airball dealing with the KV2? I mean, he can go Bryansk and then utilize the T-34. This is going to kill it. Then he still has a guard up. Wait, this is 6, 7. Yeah, and he can still attack with Katyusha. That's enough credit, so that's really good for him.
Bypassing that heavy armor, such a crucial moment.
Oh, the Red Dawn. Way too late here for Azzy.
Just 1 damage short here, and again, still hasn't found either the Winter Warfares or any way of getting rid of this Katyusha. I see Ozzy just flood the board a bit with this 3-cost infantry, be able to heal up a tiny bit, but these counter offensives are not really doing anything. They're just kind of dead cards at the moment. Monsoon Rot. You could Monsoon Rot to take out the Katyusha, but it seems a little costly for given the situation.
I mean, it's a desperate situation, right? You ran out of 34s. Your hand is, yeah, kind of full of trash. As you said, counteroffensive not doing anything here.
Yeah, just choosing to flood the board.
Probably knows best what is left in deck here. And therefore just holding back the counteroffensive for a better option later. And with this 101st, Errol is able to take out the 34s without relying on the 50-50 with Katyusha. You can also just play another Catty or the Sis.
Here we go. I think we're going to see the pincer come out. Here we go. Once this unit goes down,
Always goes Sis and clears it without losing the T60 there. Or, yeah, taking the Sis pincer effect.
Yeah, you got to use the strength of artillery. It's just not receiving any damage back from trades. There we go.
There's a sickle.
Sickle can drop, but you know, not really.
Sickle going to clear the Katyusha now. A little hard for me to see how Azzy comes back here. Not really what you need. Errol has not the most value, but more value in hand than Azzy has. He has another Katyusha, another T-34. 52k might be absolutely useless. I doubt that Azzy is playing any airplanes.
I'm probably gonna get to the point where Erbal's just gonna drop it as a dry artillery. But yeah, no, just not really seeing much outs, and Soviets already on their, even with all the cards available, can sometimes struggle with draw, and especially in Pauper. Really gonna.
The good thing is that there's Brit ally, so there could be potentially Lend-Lease or Convoy in the deck, but yeah, not being found yet. An Airball with a really good top deck one more time here with this FW. Not just providing you additional draw, it also gives you a big fighter on board. And Azzy needs to find a good top deck here.
And yeah, just start going face, you know, not really under any pressure.
Oh, and there's the Convoy.
There's the start of some draw.
The sickle.
Okay. Double 456 into a sickle.
Yeah, tough choice. I mean, I think you take out the 1-0 first. I mean, it doesn't really matter which of
Teasing
these two you choose, right? Is he trying to hypnotize us?
It's working.
Follow the arrow. Feeling dizzy, sleepy. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? If you want to attack with the Belush, you receive 2 damage back anyways.
Herbal's gonna be receiving this T-34 regardless. Not much workaround you can do at this point. If you're gonna win, you have to take the front line. And to take the front line, you gotta kill the T-60.
Those guards.
Those guards.
Not really benefiting a lot here, other than giving you another guard.
Ooh, putting it on the Belush. And
Not
still
attacking with it,
trading.
right? He's just
Yeah.
keeping it alive, maybe as a target for counteroffensive later.
FW is starting to trade. And there's both 456 down.
And yeah, we might
Soviet
just
main
see a pretty
nation,
good
but
counteroffensive soon.
board full of Brit units.
2 damaged units. Winter warfare.
There's a winter.
Way too late, but it's giving you +2/+1 additionally on the Belush. Is this doing a lot here? 1 health is probably not worth the spend of a winter warfare here.
Absolutely not. Especially just, again, this is your last unit at the moment. Herbal, plenty of units to throw at this big unit. 7/7 can trade with the T-34, but can just slam the FW or the other T-34 in hand. And yeah, just...
Yeah, I mean, if he's trying to get lucky here, could also just try to get Katyusha 50/50, or he's just killing him with this T-34 in hand. There we go.
I forgot he had no more guards. Wow, so game 1.
One goes to Germany. Important start here into this second semi-final today.
Sometimes
Always good
momentum
to
matters.
start with a lead. And Germany doing so. Really cool deck. Interesting tech choice there for Team China. Unfortunately, yeah, Germany or Airborne in person just had such a big lead there early on that it was really hard to, yeah, just make the 34s. If Aussie just finds a little bit more self-damage early on, game could have been completely different, but I think the lead was just too big there for Airball from the beginning on.
Yeah.
And that's why we have a 1-0 lead now for Germany. Next up, we will have Baron versus Gork in Legacy format.
Quick name.
That means all cards are allowed. We just saw some really interesting decks there. We just saw unitless right now today. Let's see what we're going to see now.
We've seen a lot of unitless both today and like the last few days. I think both sides are just scared to bring Brit Air because everyone's got the counters on their minds.
Yeah, when so many people played Brit Air, it's just too risky to just bring it to the table here because players might just expect it. But maybe not. Maybe you bring it nonetheless.
Play mind games.
Yeah. Green share, nice.
We got just waiting on the players. We got the expansion dropping pretty soon in a few days.
Definitely. Yeah, speaking about the expansion, tomorrow in the finals, we will have some card reveals. 3 cards in total. So make sure to not miss that. 3 interesting cards for sure.
No, it's exciting to finally see a new nation, you know.
Yeah, and
Always
I think they
interesting.
just got really strong cards. Some of them look
That
really broken so far, but yeah, I mean, you need to give them special and strong cards to make them worse to be an ally nation, right?
no,
Will be picked
absolutely.
as an ally nation, so yeah, you kind of need the good stuff in it. All right, so Baron versus Gork in Legacy. There we go. Match number 2.
And I see shelling, keeping shelling. I have no idea what Gork is running.
Could be Brit control. It could also be a strange Brit air, although this supply shortage will not make too much sense.
And Baron also.
Oh,
I
and
see
Baron
Ura
brings
and OTK.
the Siberian transfer OTK. Oh my god. He's just bringing it. I mean, depends on how much healing Gork has. And how much guards Gork has.
Ooh, ultra, quick ultra.
Quick ultra, but only catch the
Southern
fortification. I think Baron is quite happy about this. With this southern plan, he might not be too happy about that one. Oh, first rifles.
Oh wow, that's such a strong card, you know. I haven't seen that one in a while. For good reason. Such a powerful. And second southern plan. Credit did now.
Are you serious?
Nah, what you wanna.
You
Ugh.
just want to play shelling, but why would you play shelling when you can just play another southern plan, huh? And look at this. Gork next turn at 8 credits, while Baron is only having access to 3 of them.
Such a. And Blackwatch gonna come down, and these OTK decks really need their every last credit. Blackwatch gonna be a huge factor here in blocking all Baron's progress.
Baron not too happy about seeing all of this. Rounds 2, final pushes here. And the shelling coming down.
Another credit gone. And there's still daylight bombings in the deck.
Oh yeah, probably.
Another Brion's dropping. But definitely not.
Oh, what? And now the Lancaster increasing the cost even more. What is this torture here for Baron? What did he do to deserve this?
Credit denial on steroids. Not only denying credits, but increasing the cost of just everything.
Gork definitely just practiced a lot of top decking here in previous of this match.
And just did
What
4 hours of top decking prior to this.
Draws, look at this. I mean, Baron, this game is over, I think.
I don't see a way out for Baron at the moment. Everything is just way too expensive and doesn't have the credits for it.
You can play Scorched Earth, but
that's with such a credit advantage for Gork.
The good thing is you can play Observer Cores even on the final push now.
They've been brought down. And another Blackwatch.
Are you kidding
me? No, what you wanted. No, it's...
I'm pretty sure Baron thinks this is a joke. Look at the credit cost. What
11 oh, and final push. Oh, you can't help but feel bad for Baron here. This is just terrible.
This was like the perfect sequence here for Gork. Ay, ay, ay. Baron probably regretting bringing Siberian transfer OTK, but I think with any deck this would have been really problematic here.
And just already down to 5 health.
Starting to the Lancaster.
Monty coming down. Are we gonna see Monty? Yep, Monty. Into supply, yep. No, just... Look at this. He doesn't have enough credits to play a single card in his hand.
Yeah, he can't do anything. He just can just pass and the game's over.
Wow, I've never seen this before. Can't play a single card in his deck or hand. Wow. How unfortunate. Good on Gork, you know.
That was just pure destruction.
That'd be sad.
That was the most
tying it up.
dominant showcase of credit denial I've ever seen. I mean, I've seen Southern Plan on turn 3 and then on turn 4, but Southern Plan into Shelling, into Blackwatch, into Lancaster.
Just,
Poor Baron. But
Aw.
China fighting back here with an insane match there from Gorg. Definitely having the top deck gods on his side today. But that makes it
Absolutely.
even more intense now. 1-1. And we will have Pure War up next with Terra versus Poker. Baron not too happy.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine anyone sitting there enjoying just having their entire hand blocked. That was a massacre. So now, pure war. That was Baron chaotic poison. Anyways, pure war. We've seen just a lot of polarizing matches in pure war. Wonder what. I mean, yeah. I think Legacy has not been the same ever since people just stopped bringing Brit. I don't think we've seen two matches alike.
I mean, yeah. I'm not sure what is more annoying, to play against the unitless deck or this credit denial deck. I think it's okay to play against it when your opponent is not finding the Southern Plans early on, but in this specific scenario, this must be the most terrible deck to face when they just have this sequence of play and you can't do anything. 8 credits Scorched Earth in hand and you only have 6 credits? Like, what can you do?
It was like a 10 cost Ura.
Just insane. Okay, Terra needs 2 minutes. Poker is
2
ready,
minutes.
so we're only waiting for Terra here and then we can... Oh wait, how is that working? Oh, I just thought Terra would play on smartphone and he's still able to share Video Ninja.
Huh.
Let's see
I
how
know you
this
can.
goes.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I know you can share screens on Discord through mobile, but I don't know about the Ninja Link.
Yes, I mean,
Hey, he's found a way, you know.
first semifinal was already impressing, but I have a feeling this might be even more of a show here with this second match. But to be honest, we also had insane matches in the first one. So what is these semifinals here so far? And there we go.
Trying to one up each other. Weird. Wonderful.
Poker versus Terra in
We
pure war.
have-
This means no orders are allowed. And Poker with a pretty good hand here. 164s. I think you keep 1 maybe exactly to buff it up with the 99s on turn 2.
Puck 36.
Oh, Puck is really nice. That just denies that the type 94 stays on board.
A quick question about spectator mode. Can you turn on the lamp?
Sure, I can turn on the lamp.
Well, I just do you have that power?
I
Wow,
can also
I didn't know
interact
that.
with the zipper.
Huh? I did not know.
Tick.
Wait.
Yeah, this is really cool table props, and the players can just buy these with their diamonds that are most
on the line
likely
here.
going to win here. Who's ever advancing to the finals secures himself at least 500 diamonds. Poker's still not sure what's the correct line here, if you want to go Puck or 164s.
He has no idea, but this Puck would just, as mentioned.
Probably thinking about turn
deny.
2 here, because if you just play the Puck and your opponent's not doing a lot, you don't have very good options, but now you can just buff it with the 99s and have a 3-3 in the front line.
Unfortunately, though, so now he has to worry about this careless talk.
We see Terror is playing in German language here. Der Feind hört mit. Oder aktiviert.
I'm gonna rely on you for that. Luckily, it's been years I've seen these cards. I can just kind of don't even need to read the text. And I imagine we're gonna see a priest here. Ooh, the Navy.
Oh, in the Navy is huge.
Always
countermeasure
fascinated
here.
seeing these countermeasures come out that we don't normally see, but you know, in these formats where every bit counts.
Terra kind of forced to spend a double surprise attack on the priest to not fall behind too far.
Terra doesn't really have a way of denying the Sherman here.
Yeah, not really.
Spoker get the draw off, and that's when US can really start snowballing. And they can get these 4/4 tanks and draw at the same time. Terra thinking about it. I mean, I feel like you just have to.
Yeah, so like the 164s in the front line is not really a problem here. You can just clear it with the Schützen on turn 5. Question is, what is he doing on turn 4 here?
Two Shermans.
Up a mortar. Just finds another Sherman. That's so important.
Continue to trade out these Type 94s. Not quite enough credits to trade with Schützen.
The 3H might come down. We
What
could
could
just
you
go
look for?
Schützen, but yeah, I think you want to have the Blitz effect and the veteran effect out of it, because they just heal themselves back with it.
15 cavalry.
Yeah.
Another one of these like control aggro hybrid kind of decks. But second priest, thinking about it. Or does he want to secure more draw with the Sherman? Because it's not every turn that you get the guaranteed draw.
Yeah, definitely several options here for Spoker. Can just go another Sherman, but then the problem is that Terra gets the value trade with the 3H. You can also just play another priest and push up the Sherman, or you can trade the 3H with the Sherman and play a puck maybe, or even activate in the Navy.
If it's one of these artilleries or just anything in the front line, just gonna make it super difficult.
Here comes in the Navy, and
Nope, opting for puck instead.
I mean the Schützen dies, right? If he attacks the Sherman now, the Schützen's going to die.
It dies first. Yeah, it only has 4 HP.
+1/+2 from in the Navy, if I remember correctly.
Well, in the Navy, it's not activated right now.
Oh yeah, you're correct. You're correct. Yeah, he did not activate it. Choosing to play the puck instead. I think Schützen is a really good option here.
4/5, yes. Ooh,
Just
so
taking out the Sherman,
so
also
much
giving
value.
you a 5/5 and deals 3 damage.
Pathfinders.
Yeah, it is a good way to get rid of the Schützen. And just bouncing any other stuff that is coming there from Terra.
Cool, we're gonna try to get the last value he can from holding front line. And honestly, either target here is pretty good. 4/4 priest.
Definitely scary. I mean, Terra able to bounce it with the FW maybe?
But immediately gets taken care of with all these artilleries. And I guess Terra D's plan is just hoping these big units stick and can soak up a lot of damage, because we haven't seen a single artillery yet. I wonder if there's any naval warfares in Terra's deck.
Yeah, I think the biggest ace that Terra's having in the deck is the Leopold on turn 10. If this can come down and just bounce all the stuff that Spoker just developed, can be a good way to turn the game around. But other than that,
Ooh.
this priest, I mean, you can bounce it, but then there's still Pathfinders.
But actually, you probably do want the Pathfinders to keep bouncing, because it just keeps giving you it back over and over. Deployment effect. Yep, there it is.
I mean, sure, but is it helping you in any way? Sure, you can bounce one more time, but also the opponent can just replay the priest. While constantly just shipping down your HQ or your other units. I mean, sure, it's okay, but it's not winning you the game here at this point. Terra needs ways to get rid of the Pathfinders.
And in
How
the Navy
is
now?
he doing so? That's a careless talk. That's a good way. You can just bounce it again and then just activate careless talk. Poker's not playing around it. He might lose it.
I mean, Spoker might play Sherman instead. Getting a little low on hand size. We see shoots in the Navy activating. And does not proc the effect. As the Red Devils get to survive. Careless talk coming up.
That's really not what you want to see with Terror here. Not killing the Red Devils. I mean, you can play them again next turn and still take them out, but Spoker's just decreasing the advantage here.
Yeah. Ooh, no, this is Terror kind of getting pinned against the wall here. Just look at this board.
Can take 15's cavalry, take out the 5th Rangers.
Even if Terror had Leopold in his hand right now, would he is he even gonna survive to that turn? Is the question. And it doesn't look like it the way things are going.
So far, Spoker is only 4 damage this turn and probably next turn. But yeah, it's 2 more turns until potentially Leopold is not having it in hand yet. He can clear the front line with 15s into Schützen. Not sure if he's expecting another countermeasure here. Then 15 could be risky, so I think you should go Schützen first.
Countermeasure this one would be Lost Convoy, because 0 credits.
Ah yeah, I forgot, yeah. 0 credits left.
Here we go. Okay, gets Comet.
You have to draw out of the Martyr, over deploying the Schützen there. And that's 5 damage now. No, 6 damage
7,
now.
8, 1 off lethal, if I'm not.
4,
3,
6,
4,
8,
5,
yeah.
6, 7, 8, yep.
8 damage with 99s. I don't see how Terror can come back from this. No healing in this deck. No Leopold possible. Spoker just increasing the advantage with another Sherman here. Not even going greedy with the 99s now. Just pushing everything to the front line.
5/5 Priest. There we go. Setting up lethal.
Yeah, that's too much.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
see
it.
how this
No
is ever happening.
Does he draw Leopold? No, not that it matters.
Oh yeah, I mean, this would have been like very torturous if you top deck the Leopold here and just 1 turn away from bouncing everything back.
But yeah, here we go. China taking game 3. Unless Booker decides to disconnect or something.
They're trying to find a way out of this, but yeah, this not possible with this hand. Try to draw into something.
Which is
another FW.
Not what you want.
That is not good enough.
And there it is. Game 3, China.
China turning the game around. After being behind to the first match, they're now in the lead and only 1 win away from advancing to the finals.
And that was a dominant win. Now we have Singleton. Good old 1 copy of each card. See a lot of elites, and it's hard to always sniff out the game plan because it's not always straightforward. So
unfortunately I have no idea who's playing next there for China. To wait for their response. My camera frozen.
You're so stunned by the results.
What just happened?
Nope.
Frozen forever.
Frozen in time.
Okay. Imitating the movie Frozen from Disney.
Don't let it go.
Let's see if I can maybe turn off my camera. Put it on. Okay, it's Ozzy next for
Ozzy.
Ozzy versus Baron.
Baron. Two strong players. Singleton. Yeah, there's no really good way of predicting what the players might bring for this. Sometimes Soviets have a lot of strong elites. We saw Fast Heinz last time working, which usually you want more copies of individual tanks, but they made it work last time, so truly a question what we're gonna see this time.
My camera, that's triggering me. What is happening? Hello?
Oh, let's see. Nope, you're back. Hello.
Okay, then we have to deal with a frozen spoons here. Nice. Oh my god. Alright. So let me prepare the spectator mode and then...
Might be OBS. I don't know.
Luckily the rest did not froze, so...
That's true.
Or did not freeze. What is...
They can see me moving.
Also me with my happiest face ever.
The
Nice.
sternest of looks.
Alright, so... This could already be the deciding match here. If China takes another win, they can see themselves in the finals tomorrow.
China versus USA. If China wraps it up here, or will Germany force the game 5?
We will know in a few minutes. Let's see if Baron still has PTSD from match number 2 here, or if he's
If he's recovered.
able to recover in the last
Did he get
minutes.
the psychiatric evaluation? Is he good to go?
The good thing about Singleton is he can't get hit by 2 Southern Plants, because the opponent can only have 1 copy in the deck.
Only one Black Watch.
Only 1 Black Watch, exactly. See what both are bringing to the table this time. I think my PC is going to die soon. I hope it's just living for long enough to see the remaining 1 or 2 matches. And there we go.
We in?
Match number 4 is up here. Singleton format. Only 1 copy of each card is allowed in deck, and both bringing in Germany. Germany, US here for Azzy. And Baron probably bringing the same. We just saw this deck a few times so far.
Ooh, that is a very expensive hand for Ozzy. Alright, there's nice early gameplay. There can only be one winner. Say that again, Baron. See, the match has already started with the emotes, you know. That's crucial to this match.
So, do we expect US ally from Baron as well? This could also be Italy, maybe?
Italy for the control, maybe a little more aggressive. Brit for healing and draw, which you don't typically see in Germany main nations. It's definitely interesting.
Oh, the Leopold.
It's gonna be 2 Leopold at Baron's disposal.
That's pretty huge.
That is. No, that, you know, dealing with 1 Leopold is enough, but Stuka here for discard.
Baron
Yeah,
thinking
both
if he's
sides.
just going to play an BF here or if he's starting to get the Heinkel Spoils of War train going. If he plays a BF on his own here, he would deny an opponent's Heinkel doing anything, or just going face at least. Planning to do this first, and now we might see an Ardu coming down from Azi.
Mm,
Giving them the War Machine, nice.
Okay. Still have no idea what the ally nation for Baron is. Let's see. And there's the second Leopold.
Maybe this is his finals deck, because in finals deck we have a game mode where you can only play cards from your main nation, and this almost looks like it. We haven't seen any ally card yet, but
Lonely War.
it could also
Interesting.
just be US and you have some War Machines. But we are not sure yet. There's more ramp for Azi.
Ozzy. See the Emerald Hipper denying the credit. And the draw.
And the draw.
But Baron wasting no time, dropping that Heinkel, getting his draw back up.
And finding the
Ozzy.
Heinkel as well here for Azi.
Do you go for ramp or Heinkel draw?
Yes. And full of stuff, but not really any good options. Wolfpack feels a little bit awkward here. Heinkel is also not doing a lot. I think you could just go for the ramp. And yeah, that gives you a good option to play Schwalbe on turn whenever you have 9 credits. Because looking at Baron's hand, there are a lot of airplanes, so this could be pretty important to get this down early on.
No, absolutely.
Now chipping away with the Heinkel on the other Heinkel.
Sky
Baron's
Baron?
found. I think you don't play it on a Heinkel, there are better options.
They could be used on the Schwalbe. We also see Maelstrom. Good board clear. No, this is gonna be a slow match. But
Those
I don't know about you. I
Leopolds will
personally
be
like
so
them.
important. 2 of them for Baron. Yeah, this Stuka is not doing a lot here. The best hand for Baron. Sure, the late game is in Baron's hand here with 2 Leopolds. Ever getting there without losing too much tempo.
Picking amongst these 3 cards. A factor sometimes people don't realize about these choose one of 3 is that the other 2 are going to go to the bottom of the deck, so you're deciding what you're not going to need for the rest of the battle. Opting to go for a Sendai, so we're seeing a Japanese ally here.
Oh, that's interesting.
And that's, yeah, not really expecting that one, but Baron knows what they're doing. They know how to pilot the deck.
And it
we see
hits
Wolfpack.
the Leopold.
Oh no!
I think this was the one from the Africa Core.
Correct, yeah. We see the second one here is golden.
Also might see FW coming down. And then we might see a Schwalbe come down. And then
Sky Barons.
we see Sky Barons come down.
Here we go, FW.
Not really
Drawing Baroness
any
Schützen.
other good options. I mean, you could also just attack with the 332nd and then play the Maelstrom, but I think Schwalbe is just way better here because it also just gives you 2 units on board and one of them is a big 7-5 fighter.
Yeah, predicted it perfectly right on the dot.
Sky Barons plus Wirbelwind. Likely? Or do you keep Wirbelwind to shut down the Comet later on?
Is your only copy. You have to be careful with the both sides probably rocking Comet. Ozzy getting their own Sky Barons. Ooh, what do you take here?
W is just too good. 5-5 stats plus an additional card. I think Ozzy thinks he can go a little bit wider here now. But probably not expecting another Leopold.
The second. Dropping Okay, able to get. We see the FW Jagd Bomber. And the enemy spotter getting procced.
Means one overdrive for Azzy. U88,
Ooh.
that's a big unit. But
Not
also
the best
Annihilation
look.
found here. Ooh.
Hitting this available wind.
Yeah, why would you hit Whirlwind over the BF?
Or maybe he wants to save it for another unit. This
Or if you want
Yak
to use
Bomber.
Sky Barons on the BF, maybe.
Opting to draw some more. California, Death from Above, and Volks
Pretty good
Grenadiers.
options, yeah. Death from Above is huge.
There we go. Fine. Clearing,
good for
no
Baron
going
here.
face. One turn off Leopold, can't really pop it out yet. None of these units are elite, so for Glory, not doing a thing. Probably gonna have to see this FW Yak Bomber.
Another 3 options here.
I
Baron with
wonder
all the
what-
options in the world in this game.
I wonder if we're gonna see Sendai on this FW. Just trying to take it out of commission for now. But it's just, yeah, Ozzy, so much value in hand. Dominant board, already pressuring face. Baron's
And
in
has
some
another
trouble.
Annihilation. If this hits the second Leopold, this is GG. Not too high of a chance, but there is a decent chance.
There are those odds. Well, it is. You gotta remember, this is Leopold. It's the most important card, so it has like 3 times more likely to get hit by.
Yeah, I see. And we might see. And what are the other options here? Can go Maelstrom. Your 5/5 will survive. You will still clear the board. And with this tank advancing to the front line, I think this might be the play that we're going to see here.
Yep.
This gives you your 5/5 back, and you have a 5/5 in the front line.
Oh, and it did not hit because it is veteran. Look at that.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes
Maelstrom
we
only
forget.
hitting non-veteran units. It's what you
Sometimes we
easily
forget
forget
about that.
sometimes. Oh, Night Hunters
Night
overdrawn.
Luckily, we got this Death from Above.
Yeah, that was
Ozzy
good.
able to.
Good pick earlier. That's a good and cheap way to get rid of that Leopold. And Baron, yeah, still on the back foot here. Although he played that Leopold. 4 credits removal here. Still having 8 credits left to play something. A Tiger would be huge. Although there's still the FW in Baron's deck, and we know that it's also in hand. Maybe you play something smaller here, maybe 2 small units. Yeah, this is a good start.
Yes.
Combined with the 5th Rangers.
Look at this board. That is 9 damage. Not, we see Baron has ways of dealing with it, but it's always good to just keep that pressure up.
Really good options. You can kill the 4/4 with the Schützen and then bounce the other one with the FW. Kind of fighting back into this battle. Leopold doing Leopold stuff.
Just that
Giving
nice
you
board reset.
ways to turn around the match. Oh, there's Annihilation.
Oh,
this
Comet. And no Wilburwind. I don't know if Baron has any real way of dealing with Comet. Has to catch it with the Death from above.
Yeah, from
Death
deep,
from
yeah.
above. From the deep. Wrong direction.
Still 3 turns. So I'm not sure if you can afford to do it here. Knowing that your opponent plays Japan ally. And he could have Burst of Fire. Yeah, that's why he just
Only
removes it with the Sky Barons.
Ozzy finally getting this ramp out. 14 comfortable credits. Tojo, but no bombers.
Oh, not doing a lot here. I might come the Stuck for the discard. If this hits the Comet or Leopold, it could be a pretty huge swing here.
Luckily, Baron does have, can't really deal with everything being retreated, but does have the 4 Glory to take care of it. Afterwards, we're gonna see Emerald Hipper. And yep, might be a little early for the from the deep, but Tojo coming down.
Not hitting anything, just being a 4-2 fighter.
It's just, 4 attacks, still pretty strong.
Baron getting that low on cards, the annihilation becomes more and more valuable. Just getting rid of one additional card, and if this gets killed here, now the Leopold is free way, but not Leopold, the Comet. But also the Leopold, just bouncing everything back, and for glory, really making what their name is just about, and what a glorious removal for 2 credits here, getting rid of the Leopold.
Such a underestimated card, you don't see it too often.
Oh, that's also a good hit, but I think you prefer the Comet here.
Absolutely.
You have no way of dealing with it now.
That's from the deep is gone. Didn't discard it. Tiger coming down.
Tiger plus Comet.
I'm not seeing a way out here. Leopold's out of the question. That second Leopold, so crucial, and unfortunately out of the question.
The only option, I mean, you can push both to the front line. Not die to the Tiger here. You can push the Tojo plus the 9, 8, 9. Other than that, I don't see how you ever not die here in 2 turns if you're Baron. Or
No,
this turn even, if you don't push both to the front.
Dude, that's looking real grim for Team Germany here. Pushes the Schützen. We're gonna see this small infantry, but opting. There we go. Just phase Aichi. There's the Avenger. Oh, would have been a perfect target for Tojo, but
it's a kind of risky situation here for Azzy. You might expect a burst of fire, maybe 2. So maybe he's kind of forced to get rid of the fighters if he's not having lethal here. But he's having it, right? He can just go Avenger. Wait, what? Eh? Go Avenger, just kills the 4-5 and then Tiger goes face? Or you just go double Comet, I mean. Just go double Comet if you know what you can choose from. And you'd also have this option. I would have preferred Avenger on the Schützen and you kill him with a Tiger, but that also makes you vulnerable to maybe encirclement. This plays around a little bit better, but yeah, I think at this point, as he just had a lot of options there.
Yeah.
And
so
I'm still
China.
Frozen.
Oh.
China is our second finalist for this year's Nations Cup. We will see them tomorrow against Team USA. And we will also see Team Germany again against Team Hungary in the bronze match. Wow, some pretty insane matches here. Congrats to China and USA for advancing to the finals. But good fights from all 4 teams. Some pretty insane matches, some pretty cool decks. And I can't wait for tomorrow to see more of this.
No, absolutely. Just absolute sluggers of fights, just back and forth over and over. Yeah, tomorrow's gonna be great.
Tomorrow's gonna be great. Absolutely. We will have the bronze match, the semifinals, same starting time as today, and we will also reveal 3 of the new cards that are coming next week. Definitely hyped for this. So make sure to not miss that one. Make sure to not miss tomorrow's finals and bronze match. Little Scar, thank you for being here. And hopefully we see each other in tomorrow's stream. Stay healthy, guys. Good luck on the battlefield. More than Baron had today. And see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.